Okay, we are live. This is Brett Binder. This is the first time I'm doing a live stream to both Facebook and YouTube, and I haven't done a YouTube video in a long time. So if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. And we hope to encourage people out there with my testimony about how I was saved and being a missionary in Nigeria. And we're just going to do kind of a short one. And then we've also got Matthew and Vanessa. We're going to talk about what we've been doing recently as far as reaching people online, doing that through an online business and through social media marketing and things. So Matthew's been in the business for what, 8 years?
About right at roughly 8 years, yeah.
So he's been successful in that, and so we got him on, and we got Vanessa. Say hi.
Hey everyone. I just started in the business actually in September.
She wanted to join us. She's driving, but she's just going to listen. And I'm just going to go ahead and start. And if you like this, please like and comment, and then we'll have some more information at the end of this. So I went into the Navy after high school, and I didn't want to really go to college, but after Navy, I went to college for, I think I was just in 1 year. I was in like 1 month before 9/11 happened. And then I was in like 1 year before we had someone at our church guest speaker speak. And for some reason, guest speaker, like we're doing now, that's why we like to do these, but guest speaker come who spoke about creation and evolution. And I had grown up, I went to like a private school for part of my education, and the rest of it was public. So I got both views, but I didn't really know much about that subject. And when he had talked about it, it really like opened my eyes. And I'm like, wow. And this matches, like he was talking about the way the world looks is evidence of a worldwide flood. When you have all these fossils, the only way you get those is from a flood, when you're buried rapidly from mud flows. And that's only happened that one time. And you don't see that, maybe in small floods or like when Mount St. Helens happened, you saw it there. But then you saw, or he talked about dinosaurs, which are spoken of in the Bible, by the way, in detail, and showed how people and dinosaurs lived together. And I was like, is this true? And so I went and researched it on my own. I'm like, oh yeah, the Bible does talk about that. Oh yeah, it does match up, because the Bible says that God created all things. He took 2 of every kind of animal on the ark. So that would have included those as well. And so he spoke the next day about some evidences through DNA and some other things. And I'm like so blown away by this. I went and researched it and kind of, I don't know if I'd call myself an expert, but I learned a lot from different sources, from archaeology, from things like in Nazca, Peru, there's a bunch of evidences of, advanced cultures and people living with dinosaurs, and the evidence against like evolution. Like you don't get half a bird. Like how can you have half a bird? It just doesn't make any sense. How can you evolve from anything? You can't evolve from anything. You're like, well, birds can have different beak sizes. I'm like, okay, but it's still a bird. It hasn't changed from one thing to another. And so that really inspired me to like search out truth. And when I'm finding the truth, I'm like, I got to tell people about this, like we're doing now. And so that inspired me to research like evangelism. I think that's what God called me to be. And so I found like Ray Comfort. If you haven't watched him, I really encourage you to go watch his Hell's Best Kept Secret.
I know, yeah.
Or,
I know. He's good.
If you're a good person or not, because none of us are. And so his big thing is pass out tracts. Excuse me, fighting off a cold. I'm left early from work today to had an oil change, and so we want to do this go live.
Yeah.
But I started passing out tracts just randomly, sometimes on the street to people, sometimes putting them in places. Like sometimes you'll find them in bathrooms or in books. I was a big book reader back then. And so I put them in books. So if you ever found a tract in a book, might have been from me.
How did you meet your wife, though, Brett? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Like that story. Oh man,
you want me to jump there?
No, you keep going, keep doing what you're doing. I'm sorry. I just story.
Yeah, I've only got 5 minutes. So I decided I wanted to go to Bible college, and my dad is like, no, you got to finish what you start. So I finished the community college, and I ended up going there almost 3 years before I went to Bible college. But my first semester down in Marietta, they had like a meeting about all the different campuses they have throughout the world. So sorry, fighting off a cold. So I went to it, and I was late, and they had pretty much finished talking about all of them. I'm like, oh, I don't know what any of them are about. And I wanted to go to the one in Peru because like the things I had researched about all the neat stuff in Peru, that wasn't what God had called me to do. There was one for Hungary, and it was like the smallest group going there. They said, well, this is the best one for missions because it's in the center of Europe. You can get to anywhere. And so I ended up going to that one, ended up going a missions trip to France. We went through France, Italy, Switzerland, drove through all those places, passed out tracts and Bibles. France is a pretty dark place spiritually. They really need the gospel over there. And after that, well, my first day getting to the Bible college in Hungary, I met Prince Lawrence. That's his name, Prince. He said he was going back to Nigeria to start a church there. And I was just looking for anything for the next semester because I didn't have money or anything. I said, okay, I'll go with you. I just figured that was God's leading. Where God guides, he provides. And so I went, ended up staying there. I think I was there like 6 to 9 months before we had visa issues. And we had to wait until the church was like registered with the government. And then I had to come back for like 6 months. Then went back again stayed there almost 6 years. And so when I was there, we went to Prince's village where his family is. And that's where I met his sister, who I fell in love with, ended up marrying. And we were doing the ministry there in Nigeria together. We had one kid there, our oldest, Isabel. And so we have some fond memories of her running around in Nigeria, riding motorcycles, because that's the transportation you have. She went to school there, even though she was only like 2 years old. They start school really early there. But we started a church with just like one person and rented hotel hall. And then God provided later, and we bought land. It was just a cornfield, cleared it out, started building up the church little by little. That's how they do things there. You don't just get everything done at once. You like build the floor, build the walls, build the roof. You just do it as you get money. And it's been built up over the years, and it's still going strong now. And they've started like half a dozen other branches there. But we left, I think, when Belle was 3 or 4 years old. We came back to the States. And I've been wanting to do what we're doing now for a long time. Like when I first got back, is something I wanted to do, like to be able to work online and also witness online, because you can reach so many people online. I saw that when, like the old days, it used to be chat zones was the big thing. And you get in chats, whether it be hundreds or even thousands of people in a chat. And as soon as you threw out the name of God or Jesus or the Bible or spiritual question, you immediately get responses, because that touches a chord with people, because that's what we're built for. We're built to worship God. And if you're not doing it, it's going to strike a chord with you. If you are, you're going to be like, yeah. So that's what we're doing here. We're trying to be a witness online, share testimony of Jesus with everybody. And we want to both help people physically and spiritually. And so that's what we're doing. So if you're interested in learning more about what we're doing or get involved in this, or you're like, well, I don't know if I could do that. We've all been there. We can all do it. So
Yeah.
Matthew, did you want to talk a little bit about, let me bring this up, about what we do?
Well, I'm in the business of just helping others. You know, it doesn't matter what it is, but the business that we're in, you know, it's high ticket sales, and we are able to help people, you know, become financially free. That's what I'll say. And I've become financially free because of what we do, you know, and that's one of the main things is I've stayed in close. I stay close to people like you, Brett, and Vanessa, and you know, good Christian people, and it's really just what am I trying to say? I'm sorry. I get stumped sometimes, so forgive me. I'm human.
You're good.
But you know, it's we're in high ticket sales, and yeah, we are able to help people. You know, I see people making $20,000-$30,000 a month. You can't just do that right off the bat. It does take work. Faith without works is dead. I read my Bible every day. That's what drives me. Is this book right here? This book is what keeps me alive. I'll tell you that. I'll say that. So, yeah, it's been amazing. Things happen. Yeah, go ahead, Brett. Sorry.
So yeah, we'd like to see you join our team. We're looking for people who would like to know more about how to either make a living online or just make some extra, who also want to glorify God, or if you have a big project that you would like to do. We've had someone who wants to build like a restaurant and a music scene that will do Christian music, sell Christian Bibles and things. And we want to see people with big visions who want to see God glorified and provide. And so if that's something that strikes a chord with you, please reach out to us and we can be able to help you out, and we'll work together like we're doing now. See God glorified in all we do in our lives.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for bringing me on, Brett. I really appreciate it. You know, it's been amazing just being able to connect with you. I was going to say something. Vanessa, do you have something to say?
I was just I'm glad to be here, and you know, just piggybacking off of what Brett said, you know, this business allows people to, you know, I feel like God led me to this business, and it's going to allow me to help spread the word and do his will for him.
Yep.
But thank you, Brett, too, for bringing me on as well. I definitely appreciate you.
It's good to have you. It's good to have all you guys. We want to see more people. We'd like to see dozens of people in these videos that all have the same vision. Both. So really, if you've ever thought like you want to witness, you have a project you want to do that's spreading the gospel, and you want a way to provide for your family at the same time, and you've never known how to do it or haven't know how to start, please contact us, and we'd like to help you. Seriously, we'd like to see many more people who are like-minded. And we just want to say God bless everybody, and we really pray for 2024 that it would be a blessed new year. We'd see many people be provided for, both physically and spiritually, grow in the knowledge of the Lord, and be a witness in these last days. It's time.
Stay health conscious, you know, stay healthy. Health and wealth go together. So, you know, I had something I wanted to say, but I had a brain fart. Sorry about that, Brett. I really had something good up here, and then left. So, but anyway, love everybody and love you guys. And I really appreciate you bringing me on, Brett. And thanks for joining, Vanessa. I hope you have safe travels. And
All right.
Thank you.
Appreciate all you guys coming on. We'll try again. We were just talking about it, trying to do short, targeted video clips when I can talk better. My voice is dying here, so I gotta get off. But just want to say God bless you all, and we love you guys, and have a blessed day.
Yeah, love you guys. Tell Michelle too.
All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.